Priah Ferguson, Erica
Hi,
Sinclair from Stranger Things. Thank you so much for making time for me today.
thank you for having me.
Now, I got to ask you, what's it like being on, I guess, the one series the whole world is talking about right now?
Oh man, it's
Mhm.
great. It's a blessing, to know like to get to travel and meet everyone around the world and also get a lot of people perspectives on the season and how they feel about it. That's really fun. And also what they feel about Erica and all the questions they want to ask about Erica. That's always really fun to ask. So it's truly fun to, see that everyone around the world loves the show.
Now, you started Stranger Things when you were like 10 years old or so. What was it about the script that you saw? What'd you see that made you say, I want to be a part of this really creepy show?
I knew about the show before I got the audition. It's crazy because a month before I got the audition to play Erica, I saw a little snippet of the show because I was not into scary. So I was going downstairs and I saw like my family watching it. And I was like, oh, this is a cool show to be on. And I kid you not, like a month later, I got the audition for it. And it was like it wasn't a teaser script, but it was like a fake script just to see what I could do, as a little sister. And I was like, this is a fun role. I know Stranger Things is a real big hit right now. It would be cool if I booked this. If I didn't, there's more fish in the sea. But luckily, I did book it.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah. So I auditioned for it and a month later I was on hold. And then I think I got off the bus like 2 weeks later and I found out I booked it. And that was great. Erica was supposed to be a one role thing. She was supposed to be a co star, but then they kept bringing me back. And a lot of people kept wanting to see more of Erica, which was fun and cool. So,
You had one of the coolest intros, I thought, this season. I mean, you were just right there on the scene, taking care of business as Lady Applejack, playing Dungeons and Dragons. I wanted to ask you, have you ever seen that game? Have you ever played it? Did you play it on set?
the show is based around Dungeons and Dragons. So,
Mhm.
of course, by me being on the show, I've heard of the game and I know that the boys played it a lot, but I personally didn't play it in the show until, season 4. So when I did see that scene and that I had to get familiar with Dungeons and Dragons in the game and know a lot about it. So I did my research a little bit, but by me being a hands-on person, I had to actually be there and play the game for me to actually
Mhm.
understand. And the scene was so tedious. It took a long time to film, but it was worth it because Erica kind of saved the day in the game, which was
Yeah.
fun as well. And I think that kind of made the fans of the show think that, oh, Erica is a nerd and she's kind of fitting in with Lucas, quote unquote, nerdy friend group,
Yeah.
which was cool. In real life, I actually did play the game.
Hmm.
Netflix kind of did a campaign for press, so that was really fun,
Oh,
and I
that's cool.
enjoyed it. Mhm.
I grew up a child of the 80s, so I played it as well. And that's why I love this show so much, is because I see a lot of the things I grew up with. Was there anything on the set or any prop pieces that maybe, you didn't grow up in the 80s? Was there anything that maybe you thought was kind of out of place or weird?
I was always a big fan of like 80s movies and movies before my time period, of course. So I knew a little bit about the music, but
Mhm.
being on the show has really like opened my mind to what the 80s is really about. And you know how also some of the things that were old kind of circle back around to the new generation again. So that's always fun. I would definitely say the outfits and kind of like the props as well. I was kind of like, oh, this is awkward. Y'all really
Yeah.
used to do these kind of things. I used to play with this kind of stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. But it kept me open-minded, so it was
Mhm.
fun.
Well, very cool. Well, before I let you go, I got to know, with the next two episodes, are we going to find out what was under Lucas's bed, and are we going to see Will's painting? Can you say?
I can't say. I mean, I'm wondering what's under Lucas's bed as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
So
hey, I appreciate you making time for me, and I want you to know that you're one of my favorite characters, and you've made a fan for life.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.